Have you ever been perusing Netflix and looking at all the comedy specials that you don't want to watch until you inevitably try one out and realize how much of a waste of time it is because, oh my god, this comedy special is made for someone 50 years older than me.
But then, in the 80s, he put the earring in his right ear when Elton John's gay!
And that's not always a bad thing. Sometimes it's just not your taste. Sometimes the content's just not made for you. Sometimes you're just not the target demographic, which is what I tell my parents when they watch my videos and they don't understand 90% of the references in them. So I've already established that everyone's comedy taste is different, and I know the title of this video, you might be like, oh goodness, she's a snowflake comedy police coming after my favorite guy. And you know what? Yeah, kinda. I'm just kidding. I understand that comedy is comedy and we can make comedy out of serious situations. I really do. I really don't think every single thing has to be inherently problematic and everything's a problem and, oh, cancel culture. But I do know things age poorly and sometimes people also age poorly and so do their jokes. There are a few comedy specials lately that have been buzzing everyone's cringe radar. They've been off the charts. The cringe meter has been breaking lately. Need to call the mechanic and get that fixed. The cringe meter was sounding the alarm, and like a fly to dog shit, I was there to stick my grubby little hands on it and get in there and see what it's all about. So I have 3 comedy specials I want to show you today, and by show you, I mean cringe with you. So the first one I want to show you today is this beautiful man, Jim Breuer. Breuer? I went to their stadium once. You thought I was gonna say hardly know her. Hardly ever is that a good joke unless Curtis Connor says it. That's it. So I'm gonna be honest, I know nothing about this dude, but oh boy, are the first 6 minutes of this comedy special everything I need to see and the only thing I want to see from this dude. So we get this really lukewarm intro, and I really wish they, the editors took the time to actually put the song in the special instead of just the recording of the sound going through a shitty microphone, echoing in whatever theater they're in. So it's a little awkward, but it's fine. This is how I was imagining it to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your Uwu senpai, Jim Breuer.
Thank you all for coming out and risking your lives.
So yeah, after the classic rock you'd play while you're out fishing with your buds, he opens up with, ooh, COVID humor. This was published 4 days ago, July 2022. So yeah, this is already not going to age well in about yesterday. And just from this intro, you can tell that this is a guy that goes to the neighbor's birthday party in a suburban neighborhood and thinks he's fucking hilarious. Oh, you can't say anything anymore. Oh, we're risking our lives to be here.
There's still people going, you're not really going out in public indoors, are you? The Delta, the Omega, the Charlie Brown.
At this part, I was about to damn near jump out of my chair and crawl under the bed because that took me by surprise. The gain on that was just plus 10 over what he had before.
Stay inside! This is never ending!
Or old people would just stay in the basement! How long am I supposed to stay there?
So at this point, about 80% of this 2 minutes has just been him reenacting something. You'll see that this is a common theme, actually so much so that somebody made a compilation video of this special, but just the unintelligible bits, and there's a lot of it. This is 90% of his comedy is just over-the-top imitations of a person that doesn't exist in the world.
Yeah.
You hear that? That's all of your grandpas and problematic uncles at every family gathering cheering for this guy.
The vaccinators, you were real cocky a couple months ago. You, I got vaccinated. Got my second shot April 19th. I can't get sick from the corona. I'm vaccinated.
No one ever said that. No one ever said that.
See this bucket of virus? I'm vaccinated. I'll even lick metal. I'm not afraid of anything.
See, I told you, it's just him unintelligibly reenacting something or someone that maybe one person has said. I would bet you one person thought that, but it's not true. Not to be anti-comedy Andy here, but no one ever said you couldn't get sick when you got vaccinated. Or I'm sorry, the schmackshashmation is just something that would prevent you from dying or going to the hospital in serious condition is all. That's it. No one said it was gonna make you Superman or Iron Man just battling the virus. Like, see, let me take a page out of Jim Brewer, Hardly Knower's book here, and give you a taste of my own taste, my own flavor, my own adaptation of Jim Brewer's comedy. No one's going out here in a fucking Iron Man suit after getting the schmackshashmation going. Dude, can't touch me now, virus. That's me in my Batmobile. Just dodging all the viruses. Are you laughing? Thank you. Thank you. Yes, that's comedy here.
I don't have to wear a mask.
That's exactly what I did. As soon as I got my second vaccination, I went, I don't have to wear my mask. I know this is a joke, okay? I obviously know he's not being completely serious, but this is rooted in some truth. Like, he actually kind of thinks this, you know? He at least says it to his buddies behind the scenes.
People vaccinated are getting sick. What? You need a new booster. What? Who wants a shot? Who wants to see a ball game? Ooh, 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 ooh. Wave your flipper. That's for you. Go see the ball game. Who wants to work again? That's for you. Who wants their kids educated?
I have no idea where this comparison even came from. I had watched this before and I didn't get it, and I thought upon rewatching it I would understand how, like, I don't even know who he's imitating. Are we seals? Are we seals for getting the schmackshashmation? Is that what it is? Are we just play seals? Is the point that we just like go along with whatever the authorities are saying? Is that I don't understand.
What's in the shot? It's safe. Don't worry. Don't worry.
The ingredients are on the website. Trust me, I looked up so many different sources for what's in it. You know, it's new, it's brand new, it was coming out really fast, it was a stressful time. A lot of friends that I had were nervous about getting the shot, even though they're for it. I'm so confused. So yeah, I looked up extensively what was in it, and I can confirm that it is safe. I didn't die. I'm here. I'm good. I'm confused what the purpose of this is in the good big year of 2022. You know, like we've gone through this. Like, I don't feel like getting into this.
I mean, when I take all the steps back, I feel like this is gonna be a Broadway play in 3 years. You know what I mean? Like, what? 6 foot safe. Social distance, 6 foot safe.
This bit goes on for way too long, and I hope by now you can understand why I couldn't stomach to watch any more of this entire hour-long special, because I bet you it's more of this. It's a lot more of this, where he's just reenacting something. That's the whole comedy. Can we switch it up a little bit?
5 foot danger. 6 foot safe. 5 foot danger.
Like, the bit is dead at this point, and he just keeps going, keeps killing it. And you know, they say if you can't beat him, join him. So let's do that.
If you're 6 foot safe, I'm 5 foot danger. I'm coming to breathe on you. I'm the grandma killer.
6 foot safe. Yeah, 6 foot safe. It's not even a good show tune. Like, I can't even build off of that. 6 foot safe. How am I gonna know if it's okay? How do I know if I can see Aunt Linda today? Well, I don't know. I don't know. Who's gonna show me? Who's gonna show me how? And we have to cover our face in the name of grace, just to feel disconnected. Aunt Linda, when am I gonna see you? Hopefully, in a year or two, I can see you and Uncle Jim too. Curtains close, and that's the end of the first musical number. Scene 2 opens. Crazy Uncle Jim Brewer sitting at the family dining table. No mask, alone, one chair apart. The family sitting at the rest of the table, disappointed.
Listen to the rules. Here come the governors. Bump, 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 bump. We have no rules and regulations. We shall determine who is essential.
So at first I thought he was trying to do this like really horrible Chinese accent, and then I realized it's actually a horrible German accent, and he's equating the American government to a point in history, okay, where things got a little crazy, okay? I know jokes are supposed to be exaggerations, but it's just like not even funny. Because the whole bit is just him pacing around making a silly face. It's like he watched one Dane Cook special in 2008 and was like, this is the pinnacle of comedy.
Are you heard? You see what you're doing to my life? Ah!
Don't get me wrong, that's the whole problem. I used to like Dane Cook's comedy, and you know what else? I was also like 10, so that about says everything you need to know. It's comedy from 12 years ago, and it should stay there. It was good for its time. You could just leave it in 2008.
We shall determine who may go at your house and who shall have a muffin. And remember, if you see any children playing uns outside together, report them and their parents. This is for your safety.
See, the bit just goes on for too long. I also am interested to know what the age range of this theater happens to be. If we got a glimpse of the audience and what, I just wonder. That's all. I'm just wondering.
6 foot safe.
Okay, that's it. Stop. There's too. I've had enough of this bit. Okay, so you've seen all that, right? That was the first, that was only 6.5 minutes. It felt like 30. And if there was that much like reenactment in just those 6 minutes of him like exaggerating and overreacting, check this out. This is Jim Breuer's stand-up comedy, but only the unintelligible parts. I recommend you watch this for yourself. I'll link this video in the description below. I'll only show you a little bit. So that's just 30 seconds of it. This compilation is 8 minutes long, and I know for a fact that there's more of it. I know for a fact this person didn't even get all of the clips. So that's about all I could handle for this portion of the video. The next comedian I want to cover here is Brendan Schaub. And I know other people have talked about him, and he's actually the most recurring guest on the Joe Rogan podcast, albeit I think they're more of the older episodes that he was on, and he also used to be a MMA fighter. Yeah, he does MMA, he does Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He also has like 3 different podcasts: the Fighter and the Kid podcast, the Below the Belt with Brendan Schaub podcast, and co-host of the King and Sting podcast with another comedian, Theo Vaughn. The mullet guy, you've probably seen clips of him. So considering that Joe Rogan also went from the UFC to comedy to podcasting,
I'm here looking for guys to suck my dick, and there's nothing.
it seems Brendan Schaub wanted to follow in his daddy's footsteps and do the same thing. And you know, from what I understand here, not everyone can be good at everything, okay? I'm not sitting here expecting these people to be like the best comedians on the planet. Sometimes you're gonna make something and it's gonna flop and it's gonna kind of suck, okay? That's just the nature of things. We all have our flop era, whether we like it or not. That's just human nature. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Unfortunately, Brendan Schaub's flop era also includes bad racist comedy, but we'll get to that in a second. So Brendan Schaub's special is 25 minutes long, posted on the Thick Boy channel with 3 C's. Granted, he's almost 40, but it's fine. The special is called The Gringo Papi. So you see the branding here is already a little Mexican, and no, he's not Mexican. His wife is. And you can see by the dislike ratio that this was not received very well.
Because I swear the vision big, just like the Thick Boy Squad.
Thick Boy Squad.
Thick Boy Nation. Thick Boy Squad. Thick Boy Nation. Running up the miles while they running out of patience. Just the Thick Boy Squad. Thick Boy Nation.
So this is already starting off better than Jim Breuer's, where they actually overlaid the song that was playing correctly over the special before he gets on stage, so brownie points there. I also believe this is an original song made specifically for this, and it goes hard as fuck. Thick Boy Squad, Thick Boy Nation. You can catch that cover on my second channel. So we have this really sad kind of middle school play set here of a city skyline made with like poster paper from Michaels. You know, it's fine. It's fine. You gotta make do with what you have, okay?
What's up, Dallas? Look at you guys. I'm not used to this. Dallas a little different. There's some ladies in the crowd tonight. I am not used to that.
They don't have women where you're from. It's also pretty funny that this is Texas because you have this guy on the left here with a "Don't Tread on Me" sweater.
My demo, 18 to 36 bros. That's what I specialize in.
Sure. I won't argue with that demographic.
Are we vaccinated up in here, Dallas? Everybody vaccinated?
I don't know why these people keep bringing up COVID in their comedy specials in the good year of 2022, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm sick of hearing it. Can we please stop? Please talk about something else. I'm here to laugh, not be sad.
There's always one guy. No fucking way, bro! That needle's not touching this fucking temple, daddy. As he says, he's taking a nacho, dipping in nacho cheese. Oh, my bad, Mr. Whole Foods, my bad.
So what Brendan's trying to do here is do a little bit of crowd work, which is when a comedian, picks on people in the crowd, and man, it doesn't go very well. And I feel like people are really hard on this guy and hard on all these comedians, really. Not that they don't deserve to be grilled a little bit, but it is really difficult. It's not something that is easy to do, and they're just bad at it because they're dumb. Like, it's really difficult and hard to master, especially if you're new at comedy, which I think Brendan Schaub is new, at least at stand-up. But that doesn't mean that it's immune from cringe, and it's a little cringe. Like, he just made up a guy, and like, we did not see, maybe it's because we weren't there, but we did not see any guy that was like, no fucking way, bro, this needle ain't touching this daddy temple, or whatever the fuck he said.
This whole vaccination stuff, I'm not anti-vax, man. I'm vaccinated, but it's
I don't care. I'm gonna move on to the juicy part.
I married a Mexican, y'all. I married a Mexican.
And that is why it's called the Gringo Papi. Because I married a Mexican.
Dallas, I don't mean like Taco Bell Mexican. No. I'm talking Guadalajara. Born and raised. Came to the States 10 years ago. Illegally Mexican.
What is a Taco Bell Mexican, Brendan? What is a Taco Bell Mexican? What I am interpreting this statement as is there are... It's like if we said, oh, this isn't a Walmart white person. This is a Crate and Barrel white person. Because that's the vibe that I'm getting from this. So we're already putting Mexicans down in kind of a weird way. You can bring your wife up without insulting other people.
I forget this, one of my boys goes, dude, Papi, what are you doing, bro? Get with a Latina, bro. You know why? Because they're fun and they're spicy. No doubt, definitely spicy. Girl spicy, right? Girl spicy. You know what spicy means? They're assholes. That's what that means.
We love the stereotypical sassy, mean Latina.
7 nights a week. I'm not used to this. I was like, what? Fajitas every Wednesday? Fuck yeah. No, dumbass. Not fajitas every Wednesday. Real Mexican dishes, y'all. Real shit from the motherland. I'm talking huevos rancheros, carne asada, pico de gallo, and my favorite, chili.
Yeah, so that's the comedy here. Boy, you can do self-deprecating humor like this. Just because you talk about another race doesn't mean it's inherently racist. You can, believe it or not, joke about other races without being racist, but this is not it. This is not it. I guess it just seems like cringy and stupid. Like, I don't know how else to describe it.
Dude, I did that 23andMe. I did that shit. You spin the cup, you mail your DNA in. I did that. They sent me drive mayonnaise back. I am white as shit, Dallas, yeah. White person handout, page 7, bitch. I need a fucking tater tot once a week. Would a fucking Hot Pocket kill you every now and then? Every time dinner would come, I'm like, oh, does she really think beans go with every goddamn meal? Is she serious?
So, like, sometimes it is fun to joke about and see the differences between our culture and someone else's, especially when you're married to that person. But when you take that person's culture and then make it your aesthetic and identity, it's a little weird. I can only speak from personal experience, but I've seen when specifically white people will date someone who's Asian, and then they think that gives them a pass to, like, be an honorary Asian. You're not. That doesn't mean you can use stereotypically Asian imagery and scenery and your aesthetics and the way you dress and do your makeup so you look more Asian to make their eyes look longer and look more Asian. It's okay if you learn another language because of your significant other. I think that's really sweet. I think that's cool. I don't know how to put like a hard line in the sand of when it gets weird, but sometimes it's weird. Sometimes it just gets weird.
Every time they would come, like, does it ever occur to her, maybe Brendan's not trying to shit his pants tonight? How about that? Fuck.
All right, so we've hit mainly stereotypes so far. Mexican food spicy, Mexican food hard to pronounce. They have beans a lot. Taco Bell, all the hard hitters there.
Every time dinner would come, my asshole would go like this. Fuck, bro! Fuck, bro! Fuck. We're dying down here, Poppy. It's so spicy, bro. I've never been thicker since I got with a Mexican, man. Thick with 3 fucking C's.
He said the thing. He said the thing. He said the thing.
Everything they eat, bean, cheese, bean, cheese, bean, cheese, bean, cheese. I'm like, what the hell, man? We're just gonna carb load year round? We never tailor off the carbs? That's the game plan?
Beans and cheese aren't particularly known for their carbs, but go off.
I walked in the house last Friday. Sure enough, there's a fucking fiesta of my favorite food. You know how like Theo Von can't bring down cocaine? You know how like he struggles with cocaine? Like if there was cocaine on the table right now, he'd fucking snort it from right field. You feel me? God bless him. I love that fucking dude. That's how I am with fucking pozole.
That came out of nowhere. And on that note, basically, TLDR, when comedy relies on purely just stereotypes of another race, it's just not that funny. I really don't think he's actually racist, and I really do think he loves his Mexican wife, and he loves the food, and he loves the culture. I really do believe that. I just think the execution of this special with these jokes, maybe not the best representation of that. Because there is a way where you could possibly do that while still showing that you're endearing and you love this culture, but still making some funny jokes about it. But this was not that, unfortunately. It was neither endearing nor funny. So with that, I want to show you the last comedy special, which is, you know him as the host of Fear Factor. Oh, you didn't? Me neither, because I completely did not recognize him with hair. I know Joe Rogan has a 2019 comedy special, and I watched the beginning of it, and it wasn't terrible. I firmly believe that you can dislike someone or you can like someone, but still criticize the piece of media as it is. You know, you can not like Joe Rogan that much, which I kinda don't, but that doesn't mean everything he does is automatically going to be unfunny and terrible. Because, you know, he's a fully dimensional person, as are we all. Then again, I did not watch the rest of this hour and 15 minutes of this 2019 comedy special, so hopefully there's not anything in there that I would want to take back that statement for. Yeah.
I wrote this down. A unicorn is a donkey from the future. What the fuck does that mean? It means you need to stop smoking so much weed, stupid.
Yup, pretty good. Anyway, if you didn't know, he's actually been doing stand-up for a long-ass time. Actually, since 1994. And I did not know people were still alive back then. So I want to watch a little bit of that with you, because oh boy, when I talk about humor that didn't age well, this is it.
Tonight's show features the comedy of Joe Rogan.
Holy shit, these graphics, dude. I don't know exactly when this specific special was, but I can probably safely say from these graphics, this is
Ooh.
I feel fine. Discovery Houston, press to ATO.
Liftoff of mission 41D, the first flight of the orbit of Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower.
3, 2, 1, 0, 0. Liftoff.
Discovery, go and throttle up. Discovery's 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions. first flight of the orbital Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower. Discovery's core computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.